Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday. I'm going to be covering all 8 of the March Madness games today. And so, yeah, busy slate today. Going to be a good Sunday. It's been a great weekend. A lot of upsets, a lot of big wins. It's been very exciting. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on college basketball player props for March Madness, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. First time depositors get your initial deposit matched up to $50, and you get an extra $10 to play with. So go ahead and hop in there, take advantage of that money, guys, and hopefully you get some nice wins. And yeah, we'll hop in it. It's been super fun this weekend. So many big upsets, man. If any brave soul out there has been picking St. Peter's to win, then you have cashed out, because they have been the biggest plus money in the tournament so far. So good luck to you guys for them making the Sweet 16. But the spreads have been very hard to bet on. The underdog spreads have been hitting a lot. But for this video, I'm taking all money lines. I don't care what you guys say about value. I could care less. Money lines, throwing them in a parlay is the way I've been doing it. I've hit my last 2 nights, which has been nice. You just can't trust these favorites covering the spread. These underdogs, man, they're just playing with so much heart, and it's March Madness. It's really, no matter what the spread is, it's a coin flip. Any team can win. That's the beauty of it. So be cautious with every spread. And I would trust the money lines first for your parlays. And there shouldn't be 2 big favorites here, so 2 3-teamers should actually be pretty good money here. So yeah, we'll hop in it here. 8 matchups. Let's hope we can have a nice day. Starting with Houston versus Illinois. Houston opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 133.5. These teams have not played each other. Houston, yeah, on a 4-game winning streak, coming off that 82-68 win over UAB. Illinois coming off that 54-53 win over Chattanooga. I mean, that was a very close game right there. Houston 8-1 covering the spread. Illinois just 1-5 covering the spread. I mean, they really snuck out of that game with Chattanooga. Gonna be another battle here. Love this matchup. 2 great teams. Gotta take the points with Illinois. I just think a game like this, 2 really good teams, it's going to come down to the last few minutes. 4.5 points. I'm willing to take that with Illinois here. And I do like Illinois in this matchup. And throw them in a teaser, man. The teasers have been saving me all weekend. You can get Illinois plus probably 17 with a 13-point teaser. I think that hits easy. Give me Illinois plus the points. Next matchup, we have Ohio State versus Villanova. Villanova opening up as 5-point favorites with the over-under at 132. These guys have played twice before. Ohio State winning both of those matchups. Ohio State coming off a nice Loyola dominant defensive win, 54-41. Villanova on a 6-game winning streak, coming off a 20-point win over Delaware. Ohio State just 2-4 covering the spread. Yeah, Villanova 6-0 in March. I mean, they really do get it done in March. Not in love with the spread. I'm staying away from the spread on both sides, so I'm not backing either spread. I like Villanova to advance to the next round in a tough battle. Next matchup, we have Michigan State versus Duke. Duke opening up as 6.5-point favorites with the over-under at 144.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Duke is 8-2, 5-5 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Michigan State coming off a 1-point win over Davidson. Duke coming off that 78-61 win over Cal Fullerton. Michigan State 5-0 covering the spread right now, but 3-12 against Duke. They just have not had success against Duke. Duke surprisingly 0-5 covering the spread right now. Kind of crazy. I mean, they really should have covered last game. Didn't cover by like a point. So, whatever you want to say about that game. I honestly just think Duke we'll see, but I just have a feeling they just murder Michigan State. I mean, Michigan State, it's going to be hard for them to beat Duke here. Duke's way more talented. Not in love with the spread. Man, who knows? Michigan State in March, they're capable of pulling off upsets and covering, staying away from the spread. But definitely, I like Duke going to the next round. Next matchup, we have Iowa State versus Wisconsin. Wisconsin opening up as a 5-point favorite with the over-under at 126. These teams have not played before. Iowa State coming off that 59-54 win over LSU. Wisconsin coming off a 67-60 win over Colgate. Iowa State 1-11 in March. Wisconsin 14-4 against the Big 12. Basically, this is just who do you like here, and I like Wisconsin. I don't love these 5-point spreads because 5 points, I just think isn't enough. I think both teams, it could come down to both teams covering there, so I don't like it. I like Wisconsin going to the next round. Next matchup, we have Notre Dame versus Texas Tech. Texas Tech opening up as 8-point favorites with the over-under at 132.5. These teams have not played each other before. Notre Dame coming off a nice 78-64 Bama win. And then Texas Tech coming off a 97-62 win over Middle Tennessee State. I mean, that was a game they absolutely dominated. Notre Dame 6-2 covering the spread right now. 6-1 covering as the underdog. Not in love with the spread. I really think Notre Dame can cover 8 points. That's a lot once you get into second, third round here. I do like Texas Tech for your money line parlays. I like them to advance. And then as for a spread play, 8 points, man. I think Notre Dame can keep it interesting and fun. Give me Texas Tech to advance, and I kind of like Notre Dame to cover in a close matchup. Next matchup, we have Miami versus Auburn. Auburn opening up as a 7.5-point favorite with the over-under at 144.5. These teams have not played before. Auburn, Williams is questionable. Hopefully he plays. That'll be a nice addition. Kessler is probable. So a couple guys banged up for Auburn. Miami coming off that 2-point win over USC. They really snuck out of that game there. Auburn coming off a 19-point win over Jacksonville State. Miami 4-1 covering in their last 5. 7-1 covering in March. It's another game. I like Auburn money line to advance to the next round, but I think Miami keeps it interesting and covers with the 7.5. Be sure to check Auburn. If Williams doesn't play, that's going to be a big loss for Auburn. Hopefully he does play, but I do like Auburn going to the next round, and I think Miami covers in a close one. Next matchup, we have the Texas Longhorns versus the Purdue Boilermakers. Purdue opening up as a 3-point favorite with the over-under at 134.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Texas is 3-0. 3-0 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Texas coming off that 8-point win over Virginia Tech. Purdue coming off that 78-56 pretty dominating win over Yale. Texas just 1-4 covering in their last 5. Purdue 1-7 covering. Haven't been able to cover. Only a 3-point spread here. I do like Purdue to get far. Purdue's fun team to watch, and I do like them to get to the next round. I'm taking Purdue in this matchup. And then the last matchup, we have TCU versus Arizona. Arizona opening up as a 10-point favorite with the over-under at 143.5. These teams have not played before. TCU coming off that 69-42 dominating win over Seton Hall. That was a big underdog upset. Arizona coming off that 87-70 win over Wright State. TCU 5-2 covering the spread. Arizona on a 7-game win streak. 7-0 in March. I mean, this is a really great Arizona team. I do like Arizona to advance to the next round here. But TCU plus 10 points, man. I like TCU plus I think that's a lot of points, and maybe throw them in a teaser. Get that, you can get them to plus 23, which I think definitely hits. Going to be a close one here, especially for the last game of the night. I do like Arizona. Throw them in your parlays. They might be the most expensive play on the day, but if you already got 2 or 3 teams in your parlay, Arizona will be a nice addition. But I think TCU hangs around, makes it interesting. I think they can sneak a cover here. TCU plus 10, and taking Arizona in your money line parlays. That's going to be it for this video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I will see you guys Monday. Have a good one.